What?
It might be all right to be turned off for a little minute.
What? I don't.
The SNAP started as a temporary relief.
Everything is
a lot of people make it into a lifestyle.
SNAP is for if you need the assistance. A lot of people need the assistance. I need the assistance. They just say I make too much on paper, but I need assistance. I don't get it, but it's to help you out. So it doesn't matter should you abuse the system? No, but if you genuinely need the help and you can get the help, why would you not take the help?
Do you really need it though?
Yes, I would like to not have to put my good American hard-working dollars in the machine. I would like to swipe for at least 1 month to fill up my refrigerator. Yes, I would like to keep $300, $400, $600 to myself for 1 month. I spend money on groceries. My little shit they was giving me $75. What the fuck I'm gonna do with $75? And then at one point I was getting big bank, and then I started making way too much. My figures, I'm in a different tax bracket, so I don't get that. I don't get assistance no more. To the point where they took my kids off of Medicaid because I'm in a different tax bracket.
You don't get Medicaid for them no more?
I don't get Medicaid for my children anymore. I'm in a different tax bracket.
What's the cutoff rate, though?
I don't know. I don't know. They said I make too much, and they could be on Medicaid, but I would have to spend $3,000 a month, and then they'd pay me back. I get some money on the back end. I don't go to the doctor enough to spend. Now, granted, it's been 2 surgeries in the whole year, so yeah, that would have helped, but they've been off Medicaid for a whole year. They got cut off last year.
You pay for their Medicaid?
I don't. Do I pay for their health care? We don't get Medicaid. Yes, their health care comes out my check. My health care is $4 something altogether. $400 out my check to pay for health care.
So it's safe to say you're not a multi-generation dependent?
Huh? What does that mean?
Meaning, all your kids grew up on food stamps. How old is you?
All my kids didn't grow up on food stamps. I was getting cut off every other time I made too much money. I've never just been on the system forever and a day. I use them when I need it. When I say I can't get it, I just don't get it. I figure it out. It don't bother me. I'm gonna eat regardless. Only because I know for a fact my parents wasn't on food stamps. Well, my parents didn't have us on food stamps, and my mother wasn't raised on food stamps. My daddy was raised on food stamps. But that's neither here nor there. I know too much, so it don't really bother me.
Do you think it's fair that it's some people that's well able to get the food stamps and they refuse to get work, and you bust your ass 2-3 jobs and you can't get them, and you need them?
Whether it's fair.
Do you? Well, we can't really say you need them though, because you holding down the fort without them.
But people could always want assistance. People could always want a little up. I feel like it should be for the people I feel like the assistance should be for people that's actually doing some shit, not sitting on their ass. That's just like with the Section 8 thing. I do agree with POTUS that you should not be on Section 8 for 18 years plus, or however long you 4 years max. But at some point, you should get off your butt and figure it out. That's just me. Now, if you really can't, you're really disabled and you can't go to work and something like that, then that's different. But I personally know someone who I heard them literally say, as long as the government is paying my rent, I'm never going to get a job. And 2 months after she said it, they took her off. Literally took her off. She ain't know what she was going to do. Why would you even say that? You could have kept that tidbit to yourself in your head, instead of putting it out in the world. Now the world she had to get a job. She ain't my friend. I just know that she's just somebody we have someone in common, and that's what she had said. And I was like, And then next thing you know, she got kicked off the Section 8, and she didn't know what she was gonna do. Get a job. That's what you do. But I do believe that if you actually need it, then you should, and you're eligible to get it, then you should get it. It doesn't matter if you're if you're well able or not. Because I was getting it and I was well able, and I appreciate the assistance I was getting. That I didn't have to put my hard-earned dollars into a little slot machine and just sucks up your $100 bill. Like it never existed. So yes, or you gotta swipe your card. And then if you swipe your card too much, then your ass is in the negative. So
Yeah.
but it's definitely happening. It is what the fuck it is. It shouldn't happen, but because the government is shut down, things happen. But then you turn around and they give $20 billion to Argentina for their agriculture. Soybeans in America, the croppers are definitely upset about what they're doing, because they used to say, because now China is getting their soybeans from Argentina instead of from when they was getting it from America. So now the Americans aren't making money, Argentina is making money, and the farmers are mad. But that's it's a whole different thing. But they have monies for that, but they didn't have money to find to keep people's bridge cards on. It's crazy. For the day.
Right.
I'm just saying, it all falls into one another. How do you have money for one, but you don't have money for the other? How are you supporting something over here, but you can't support something over here? But that's just like what Tupac said. You got money for war, but can't feed the poor. I'm just saying. That whole little song is very much still valid for 2025, and that came out in like what, 95?
People always talking about. Well, let's say this. Let me ask this. Do you really believe that people in America is starving to death, like in third world countries?
It's not starving to death, but again, you should be taking care of your home first before you're taking care of someone else. I'm just saying, like, it's people that need help and people that depend on certain things. And if you're giving all the resources to a different country, you're not even putting it into your own country, that's when people are like, okay, there's a problem here. Whether people are starving, third world country version of starving or not, you can't even help your own people.
I truly believe that it make people lazy and stunts the ability to think.
That's only if you don't have, if you wasn't raised right, and if you wasn't raised to actually go and get a job, like you don't have no example of what that looks like. Then you always gonna look at it like trying to get the easy way out in the quickest way I can, do some shit. But again, I was on food stamps and it didn't stop me from working.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not gonna stop. Getting the food stamps not gonna stop you working, because you still gotta pay your rent. Unless you on Section 8 and your rent is $2.
What?
But even if your rent was $5, you still gotta go to work to get the $500. If the rent in total was was $1,500 and they paying the $1,000, you still gotta go to work to get the $1,000. So at some point, you're still not being lazy. You have to go to work.
So I'm Section 8. If you don't have no job, you don't have to pay no rent, and I feel like a lot of people abuse that.
Well, you shouldn't have an apartment if you ain't got no job. Go sleep at cots. I don't know what to say. Go get shelter. You should not.
That's how our government do, though.
I mean, but if that's the government, that has nothing to do with. I mean, that's not an individual case. And that's the damn. Did she fall? Did she pass out? She ain't get hit.
Flatline.
No, they both fell. Okay, it's two people. Okay, they fine. Somebody about to help.
Back to the food stamps, though. I really feel like food stamps not really helping nobody. They just feeding the struggle more than anything.
I feel like food stamps do help people. All right, shit. There's some people who ain't having no big Thanksgiving this year. Might not have a Thanksgiving at all.
Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bells.